Hey guys, welcome. This is going to be a spoiler-free a spoiler-free, but maybe not a clumsy-free video talking about our thoughts and ratings and review on the Jesus Revolution movie. So stick around to the end to see if we recommend it or not and to hear all of our thoughts.
Yes. So we actually just recently saw it. To be honest, I had no idea about the movie. So I just remember you writing me saying you were going to go and see this movie. You want to come? I was like, sure. Sounds like a fun time. So I had no expectations.
Sounds like a fun time.
Well, I have very little expectations. I didn't know what it was. Yeah.
Okay.
So when I went in, I was just like, okay, we hanging out. We're watching a movie, a Christian movie. That was really just me going in.
My knowledge of it going in was I knew a little bit about the revival that happened in the 70s, right? But not super, I didn't know a lot about it. I did watch the trailer to the movie a while ago, and I did watch one or two videos talking about the movie before it even came out. So I kind of had some sort of an understanding, but I didn't know the full context. I did know that the guy who plays Jesus in The Chosen, I forget his real name. What's his name? Jonathan Rumi, I believe. That he plays one of the main characters in it. And I knew it was going to be based off a true story, but I honestly had very low expectations going into it.
Yeah.
And I will say it definitely exceeded my expectations.
Absolutely.
It definitely exceeded my expectations.
I didn't expect to get emotional.
Yeah.
For real. It was hard to kind of not cry in a lot of the scenes.
I was boo-hoo crying.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yes.
Literally.
No, it was a great It was
so
a great
good.
movie.
So we're kind of going to go through different categories
Yeah.
and rate it and give a little review on each.
Yeah.
So expectation, I would say we came in with very low
Very low.
expectations. It exceeded our expectations.
Absolutely.
I would say as far as production and cinematography and visuals and stuff go, if we're giving it 1 out of 5 stars, I would give it, I would say about 4 stars.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
I mean, it's not a effect heavy, CGI
Yeah.
type of movie, but in some scenes where they were showing they were on LSD, so acid trips, it definitely felt like you were on a trip.
Yeah.
It kind of triggered me a little bit, not gonna lie. So if you do have that, any of PTSD with drugs or anything like that, I had to kind of close my eyes at that part because it triggered my anxiety a little bit and kind of brought me back to when I had a bad trip on Molly back in my days. But I think the cinematography was really cool. It definitely transported you back to the 70s.
Yeah.
It felt like it.
Yes,
it was very
definitely did.
intimate. The shots in the beginning when they were talking through the gate and it was straight up in their face, you felt like you were the one right there talking with them, which I think was really cool.
Yeah, I also think the acting was really good.
Yeah, I agree.
They definitely where they meant to be emotional and serious and comical, everything.
Yes,
it just hit it on the mark.
Yeah, so it definitely hit all the different emotions,
yeah, absolutely,
crying of sadness, crying tears of joy, excitement, anxiety,
everything,
comedy, it was
conviction,
really,
honestly.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
It was a great movie that it hit all of those different
for sure.
emotional points. And Dave looks so satisfied watching us review a movie right now.
Being critics.
And then so that was production. I would say storyline and plot. I mean, it's based on a true story, so
which is crazy to me because I didn't know that till the very
don't do spoilers though.
No, I mean you
Okay.
just it was crazy to me because I didn't know that till the very end. Like I said, I had no idea, and I was like, "That's all real," which just made it that much better.
Which is crazy because that means you watched it thinking it was a made up story.
Yeah.
And so I watched it knowing it was real, which I think added to my experience. So if you think it was great and you didn't, imagine if you had watched it knowing that. I think you would appreciate it even more.
I don't know.
Because it's one thing to watch like a made up movie about God, but like this really happened.
Yeah.
Like people were legitimately getting saved. Like,
but I think that's why like I already enjoyed it throughout, but then at the end, like it made that much more of an impact for me because I'm like, yo, this was real?
Yeah.
Yo, these people were like, they're real? You know? So I was just like, wow, God is good. Like, you know, like, wow. So it definitely like made a bigger impact for me.
It's interesting because of the Asbury revival that's going on right now. I think it might have ended, but it was like 2 weeks of just straight 24-hour worship at a college campus in Kentucky, I think it was. And, you know, people have their opinions and stuff. And even I'm a little bit like hesitant with the word revival and revival movements and stuff. But there's one thing that you cannot deny, bro. When you step into a place where people are literally like hungry for the presence of God, like you can tangibly feel the presence of God. And if you like have never experienced that before, it will absolutely bring you down to your knees. And
it moves you.
Like once the Holy Spirit hits you, bro, like your body reacts like in whichever way, shape, or form that your body's going to react. But I think it was so cool too that that's going on right now. And then the movie came out. And seeing how that happened, like people were literally just like running to get baptized and like hungry for God and like the unexpected people. And I think I won't give any teasers, but one thing I really loved about the storyline was the emphasis and the angle that they took. I was a little hesitant on what like theological angle they were going to take, but I think they kept it very centered on grace and truth.
Yeah.
And y'all know we're all about that here at the You Can Sit With Us podcast.
Yes, I can definitely agree to that.
But the fact that they pointed out the legalism in certain people, and then they also pointed out the super like going off the charts with some hyper charismatic type stuff. So it was a very good, like well-rounded movie. And from a Christian standpoint, if you didn't know, we are Christians, so we're reviewing it from that lens.
Right. No, I thought it was like you said. I think it was a great balance of that. What I also really I'm trying not to do any spoilers alerts, but like
spoiler alerts.
But there was a particular part in the movie where they kind of show you like some of the like hard or dry seasons that you may face like with God, like when you feel like you're on an uphill with him and the movement, like, you know, and walking with him. And there's a part in the movie where it's just you kind of hit like a oh okay, you know, but it like kind of like your faith is tested in a way, but how God still uses that.
Oh my gosh,
you know, and it was just so like so relatable in so many ways, no matter where you are in your walk.
It was scary relatable. If
no, absolutely,
bro. Like some of the like the backstories or the characters and things that they were going through in the moment. I'm like, really, God, you have have such a sense of humor because somehow it's so relatable to things I'm currently going through. And healing that have been revealed to me, like childhood trauma and stuff. And I'm just like, it was so good. Like, it was just so good.
It was
like, oh my gosh. Okay, so
it was amazing.
After storyline, the experience watching it in the theater.
I guess I would be a little biased just because like I wasn't crazy about
what? Why?
The seats. I mean, the theater itself, I've been there before. I like it. Well, and the location.
But that's because you're biased to our usual Epic Theater where we have the recliner seats. We didn't have recliner seats at this theater. Yeah, that's more of a movie theater thing rather than a movie.
That's what I'm gonna say. Like I guess I'll be a little biased with this answer because I wasn't like all the way comfortable. Okay. You know, like, but that doesn't take away of like how amazing I really thought the movie was or how much I enjoyed the movie. But that was, I wouldn't say it was like, you know, something that helped the experience, you know?
I would say for me, the theater experience added to everything more because I've never seen a faith movie in the theaters. We went 2 years ago or a year and a half ago to see the Chosen Christmas special.
Yeah, the Christmas special.
We were literally the only two people in the whole theater. And it was cool because they did like the whole worship session before. So we were worshiping in there. But it was different like being in a theater. It wasn't packed out, but there was a good amount of other people in there. And it was so cool because you can tell that they were all believers because of people's responses to certain things in the movie. So it felt like we were kind of in a church service, but with people who we don't know, which I think that it's just so powerful being around like strangers who are also like believers. It's like this connection that y'all have. And we laughed all together at certain points that were hilarious.
Yeah.
Like,
and then whenever like we would cry, like we heard all the sniffles. Like, okay, so it's not just us.
Or like when they would say something good, we'd be like, oof, or like something convicting, we'd be like, oh, preach. Like it was really good. Fun. Like it felt like a church service, but like more free, like
like a more relaxed.
It was so cool
environment. Yeah, it was awesome. That then, I would say yes. That definitely influenced the experience for sure.
Yeah, I think. And then we went with a group of our friends, which I highly recommend. Like it was such a beautiful start of like a night of fellowship for us. Yeah, because then after we talked about the movie, we're all on a high.
Now we have an insider.
Yeah, like. If you know, you know.
Yes, now you know. It was amazing, honestly. Yeah, it was such a great movie.
It was. I would honestly watch it 1,000 times again.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't say that about a lot of faith movies. I think for anyone out there who feels like they have a creative calling, who is a Christian, please, we need more great Christian media. We need more great Christian movies. And like, we're here to support y'all.
Absolutely. So, like, you were made for a time as this.
Such a time as this.
Such a time as
Amen.
This. So yeah, definitely cultivate that skill because we enjoy it. Mm-hmm. People like us that enjoy movies and learning and stuff.
So I would say to round up the reviews, the cinematography / production 4 stars out of 5 stars. Storyline, honestly, I give it a 5 out of 5.
I was gonna say a 10 out of 10.
Like the plot,
but yeah,
the acting, I would say, for me, like 3.5 to 4 out of 5.
Really?
Just because it was very weird seeing Jesus from The Chosen play a hippie. It was a little weird for me. I'm not gonna lie.
I wouldn't take that away from his acting, though.
He does. What?
I wouldn't take that away from his acting.
I
like
would,
the quality
it was
of acting.
Like, I don't think you can tell at certain moments. It was a little awkward for him. Like he's that's not his style of acting typically.
Okay.
He gave Jesus vibes, but he wasn't playing Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He gave Jesus vibes, but he wasn't playing Jesus.
Okay. I get that.
So there was a little bit of a disconnect there, but not enough to make me not enjoy it. There was one moment in the movie that I felt like was very weird. Like I don't remember what it was, but it was awkward, and I felt like that was bad acting. I would have to like replay it and let you watch it.
Okay.
But it was good overall. Don't get me wrong. Like the acting overall was honestly amazing. Like
it sure was.
The rest of the cast was great. He was amazing. They even threw in a little special guest in there.
Yes, they did. I was mad.
You gotta watch. You gotta watch to see who it is.
Yes.
No spoilers, but you gotta watch to see. They threw in a little special guest, and we was like, ah! But there was parts of the movie that, emotionally, I would say I give it a 5 out of 5. Like it hit every single emotion.
Yes. Absolutely.
And at the end of it, it wasn't just a mere, the good guy wins,
right.
But the villain, the hero dies for the villain, which is us. And it's just a beautiful story of the Christian walk and the Christian faith.
Exactly.
And it was so good.
It was amazing. I love. Oh snap! I'm over here like about to
talk. I know.
I'm like,
we gotta talk about it after.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have another video talking about like actual things in the movie.
Yeah.
But overall, I would say I give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Like it was a phenomenal movie, not just Christian movie, because that's a lower standard for me. 4.5 out of 5 stars as a movie. It wasn't too heavy like some Christian movies can be. It was the perfect balance of everything.
True. I mean, I am very generous, so I say it's a 5 out of 5.
Okay.
Like I'm not mad at it. I enjoyed it from start to finish. It literally, like I said it, like all the emotions you could possibly feel, like they
Yeah.
hit the nail on the head. Like it was a great movie, and the fact that it was based on a true story, like they definitely honored that movement with the movie. So
Yeah.
I loved it.
They didn't go too much into the side stories and stuff, which I think was cool. Like the angle that they took, spot on. So
yeah, so we definitely
overall, definitely recommend. Definitely go watch it. If you have watched it, comment below.
Yes, comment below.
Let us know.
Yes, so we can engage in conversation because we're over here like itching to say certain things.
What was your favorite like conversion story in
Yes.
it? What was your favorite part of it? What was your least favorite part? Let's talk about it. Because,
yes, please do.
Yeah,
and if
we loved
you know us personally and you're watching this right now, please like come up to us and like talk if you don't write it in the comments so we can like talk more about it.
You can see our faces. We're like, we're just
like
so
mad giddy
excited.
about it.
I loved it. I loved it wholeheartedly.
Yeah, it was
great movie.
It was great.
You guys did great over there at
The production.
Jesus Revolution team.
But yeah, no.
Hit us up.
True. That's all, folks.
My name is Brittany.
And I'm Bridget.
And we have a faith-based podcast called the You Can Sit With Us podcast. And if you love faith-based content, give us a subscribe. Check us out. Check our
Absolutely.
videos out.
the notification
This is a
button.
bonus episode. Bonus video. We don't usually do this, but we feel really passionate about it. We want to talk about it and see how it does. So
Yeah.
if you guys like this, we could keep these coming. They're
These are
fun
really
for
fun.
us.
Yeah, these are really fun.
And we love you. Thank you for watching. We hope you go see it and let us know what you think if you do.
Yay. See you later.
Peace out.